You like fire? Seems like the boom in Boonboomger surely came out with this one. So, this episode starts off with the gang cleaning up Taya's crib, and they find an old drawing that he did when he was a child of him as a firefighter, and they're like, ooh, interesting. So, Boondario and his big red idea was like, hear me out. Hey Taya, what's your dream? Taya's like, getting back into the BBG, duh. And Boondario's like, nah, which accidentally caused him to break his computer monitors. Oops. So, anyway, the Hashalians are so freaking hot because it's freaking July. What do you expect? It's July, of course it's hot. And naturally, they make a fire extinguisher monster, which when people say anything related to like heat and fire and such, it goes off, creating fire, ironically. So, naturally, Shirabe is like, yo, Joe, can you handle this fire situation? And Joe's like, sure. And then Gemba shows up claiming he's the candy detective, wearing flip-flops with socks and a bucket hat. No. Bro, you're a procurer, not a detective. Why are you wearing such guy things? I mean, yeah, I have a bucket hat right near me, but that's different. So naturally, the duo just starts investigating the whole situation, and Gemba quickly realizes that, while Joe just is visibly confused, until they catch the Hashalians dressing up as firemen, being like, here, it's fire awareness week, here's your free fire extinguisher. By fire extinguisher, I mean the fire maker thing. And thankfully, Joe preemptively saves a woman from that happening. And they realize, oh, yeah, that's how that works. And then Boondario's like, I know. How about I make a water gun? That's a transformative power up. Which is rad. Just the fact that we pretty much had every sort of transferable weapon in this, minus swords and wands, like we have axe, Glock, controller, which for some reason also looks like a crossbow. I seriously have no idea what's happening with the boom controller. The boom controller is just a thing. So naturally, Mira helps out the gang by collecting said fire-breathing. I'm melting slowly. Just kidding. Like, my brain is melting, not like I'm actually melting. The vents on, so yeah. So naturally, they go and find a local BBC quarry. Not actually on said quarry I'm referring to, and naturally not on the BBC quarry because it takes place in Japan, oh la-di-da, not in the UK. But it's the Tokusatsu. It's not the Tokusatsu quarry, but I wish it was. So naturally, Boondario shows up with, here's your power-up, and now we have our A-local power-up, Boonred 119. Yeah, and we also slightly update another another Robo-form. This time adding wings to Monster because Yoon Diesel helped out Boondario because of that. Because of the heat ring that's happening during the mech fight. And then at the end it reveals that, oh, Taya has a lot more images that he drew as a child. Oops. And I was like, when I heard the idea of anything heat slash fire related things makes the fire hydrants, not fire hydrants, I know what I mean, basically turn on, I'm like, ooh, Interesting. Maybe I should write that down. Instead, maybe swap that out with, like, ice or something. I don't know. This is what happens when I have a great imagination. Which would be awkward if I started singing "Burn anything the countryside." I'm not burning the peasants. I've had enough. How the heck have I not? How was I able to create like an average before my removing the note thing? I don't know how I did it, and I'm frankly too scared to figure out why.